Hello and welcome to the Elysian Path, where I have a very specific message where I'm going to be using the Mystic Forest Oracle cards. As I've channeled into Source, I have received the name Anne being spelt A-N-N-E with the E emphasised. So I do feel that perhaps it may be Anne or it may be pronounced Annie. And I feel that this may be with regards to you as the reader, that is your name, or somebody that you're connected to in some way. The name Anne or Annie is connected to you. It may not necessarily be your actual name, but could even be yours or the person that you're connected to, their nickname. As I was channeling this message, I was also seeing a very tall, thin, white candle connected to this name with the most beautiful glowing flame, a golden warm light. I was also seeing strawberries in my mind's eye, and also the version of what looks like a cottage garden with wild flowers. I'm also seeing, again, whether this is yourself or related to the person called Anne or Annie, somebody who used to like or does like to have a connection to nature. So there's a connection around the forest, the woods. They're also an intuitive person. Again, this could be you or somebody connected to you. I was also seeing campfires, and I also got the number 65 plus. But if you put 6 and 5 together, this makes 11, which is an angel number. I also picked up the name Pink Castle. And again, this may be relevant. It could be a name of a place or a favourite pub. They're also somebody or you who loves dogs. And as I'm shuffling the Mystic Forest Oracle cards, I'm going to take messages as I tune further into this. I also picked up the word moon gazer. So I also feel that you or the person that's called Anne or Annie has a connection with the moon. You like to look at the moon, particularly when there's a full moon or a particular special moon, a new moon, blue moon, super moon. There is also a connection to the month of May. So, first two cards we've got coming out here is Soul Awakening and To Behold Beauty. So Soul Awakening says, you are quite irresistible when your mind and heart pulse in the same rhythm. Why spend your days fighting yourself? You have better things to do. Yeah, so I'm picking up here that you who is watching this reading is somebody who is sort of treading two paths of the duality of life. So you've got one foot in the everyday human life and the other foot sort of straddling into the spiritual, very sort of spiritual side. But we tend to dip in one and then back into the other. We're never sort of in the same line in the middle, and you have conflict with yourself. So you do have this deep knowing that there is a spiritual on the other side of the human part of us. And what Spirit asking me to tell you is walk the duality of both. So you can be spiritual whilst you're also in the 3D, so to speak. As you are ascending to the 5D is what I'm hearing, what I'm feeling here. There's definitely an ascension here going on. And I do feel this is to do with the 5th dimension. You're certainly somebody who is very intuitive and has a psychic awareness, the psychic gift. Then we come into the beholding the beauty. Before I even read what's on the bottom of the message, the energy I'm picking up straight away, behold the beauty of walking that spiritual path as well as the human one. Pull them into alignment, because you are more at peace and at calm, and as it quite rightly says, you are irresistible when your mind and heart pulse in the same rhythm. I think you're more at ease with yourself as well, and in that is the beholding of the beauty. When you insist that the world is hostile and others are your enemies, then don't be surprised that it is so. Self-fulfilling prophecies, fortunately, work both ways. Yeah, there's definitely a feeling of a tug of war with you here, for sure. And Spirit just want you to have more faith and belief in what you already know. That you can combine the human part of you with the spiritual part of you. That's what the soul awakening is about. Sometimes it can be tricky, and Spirit do understand that. They know that that can be difficult to navigate, but they know you have what it takes within you. It's really just about embodying that, about embodying what you've awakened to. I'm going to take one last card as the final message for you. But there's definitely a feeling of you are a very, very awakened soul. You are very spiritual in your beliefs. It's just they come into conflict with yourself when it comes to the human side of things. And the last card is where there is hope. So don't believe that past defeat or disappointments will keep you from succeeding. True success grows from the lessons a hopeful heart never gives. So I do feel that as you've awakened, you've come more into the spiritual. You're a very awakened soul. You're struggling with the human concept, struggling to understand why am I here, what's my purpose, etc. Spirit understand that and know that that's a very normal process of understanding the duality of the life that we are walking here. But they are asking you to bring this into alignment. Behold the beauty of both, because here in the human world there is beauty, particularly within nature. I'm being drawn back to nature, back to the forest, the things that are natural. Holding the light. This is why I feel I was being shown a candle at the beginning. I was being shown campfires, nature, forest. Coming back into nature is key as well. One final message from Spirit is to embody and emerge the two. So that's your spiritual beliefs with your human values as well, because you can absolutely walk the path with both. And I feel that's the end of the message, with lots of love, light and blessings. Take care.